Yo, what is up everyone? I'm back again with another review. Today we'll be reviewing the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus. Now, just a quick disclaimer, this mouse was sent out to me by Mchose, but of course that doesn't affect my thoughts and opinions for this review. Now to start things off, let's take a look what's inside the box. Now over here you have your Mchose box. You also get some grip tapes. Over here at the back you also get some wipes to clean your mouse off before you apply your grip tapes, a USB Type-C cable, some documentation, and your 8K polling receiver. The build quality on the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus is honestly pretty good. It feels pretty solid in my opinion. No flexing, creaking, or rattling inside the mouse. No mouse wobble. Overall, just really good build quality from Mchose. Now looking at the bottom layout, over here on the left side you have your DPI button. On the right side you have your on and off switch. Flick it up for 2.4 GHz connection, flick it down for Bluetooth, and then at the middle to turn it off. You also have your full-size skates at the top and bottom over here, as well as a ring skate for your sensor. Now as you can see, the skates that Mchose is using on the L7 Ultra Plus are these nice white PTFE skates, which is completely different from what I've seen on their other mice like the regular L7 or the A7, M7 and whatnot, where they're using black PTFE skates. Now, in my opinion, these skates feel really nice and glides really smoothly. I haven't really had any issues with the skates whatsoever, and overall just really decent skates, and I wouldn't really have a reason to replace them other than just replacing them with dot skates, which I prefer a little bit more. But for me, I think that the skates on this mouse are still really good, and overall just amazing job from Mchose. Now, the coating on the L7 Ultra is this slightly smooth rubberized coating, where it feels grippy when hands get slightly warm and moist. It's not as grippy as the coating that is used on Endgame Gear over here. I do think that Endgame Gear's coating is still the best coating in my opinion, but overall I do think that the coating on the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus is still above average than most of the other mice that I've tried, and I do still think that the coating on this is pretty good. Now, the performance on the L7 Ultra Plus is honestly okay. It's not the best performance that I've tried on a mouse, but also not the worst. This is using a Pixart PEW3950 sensor, and the sensor position is in the middle, which honestly would be preferred by a lot of people, but for me it's not really my preferred sensor position. I like mice with a little bit more higher sensor position, maybe around over here at the top side. But for me, I still think that the performance is still pretty decent. Now, I have had an issue again with slam clicking on this mouse, but in my opinion, it's not as bad as ImKnightmare's, where every time I slam the mouse down, even just slightly tapping the mouse on my desk, it just starts to slam click. When the debounce slam is below 6 milliseconds or even below 8 milliseconds. I do think that the slam clicking on the L7 Ultra Plus is pretty much tolerable and doesn't really bother me as much as ImKnightmare's slam clicking issue. Now I do wish that they would add a slam click filter in their web software for both mice even, and these are also using the Armor obstacles, which I wasn't really expecting to have slam clicking issues, but I guess they still have. And as for the scroll wheel, this is using a TTC Gold scroll wheel encoder, which has slightly light scroll steps compared to, say, here on the OP18K V2, which my review will be coming out pretty soon, where it's much more heavy. But on these, I think that the scroll wheel is okay. It's not my preference, but like I said, it's okay, and overall just a pretty decent performance from the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus. Now, the shape of the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus is nowhere near as similar from what I've seen from other reviewers and other pictures online to the original Mchose L7. I believe the Mchose L7 is a Pulsar X2 mini clone, or maybe a little bit smaller, I'm not entirely sure, since I haven't really had a chance to try that mouse out. But for the Mchose L7 Ultra, this is actually more like a Sora V1 clone, as you can see here at the bottom layout. it has a wedge shape compared to the Mchose L7, where from what I've seen from other reviewers has more of an X2 shape. But for this one in particular, as you can see, it's more of a Sora V1 clone. Over here on the sides, you can see that it flares inwards, but for the back side, it flares more outwards, more like a wedge-shaped mouse compared to the X2. And comparing it over here to my Endgame Gear XM2 8K, as you can see, I think that the XM2 8K's curves are more aggressive compared to the L7 Ultra, where they're not as aggressive. And in my opinion, I think I would definitely still prefer the XM2 shape compared to the Sora's shape or the Mchose L7 shape, just because I think that the inward curves on the XM2 are a little bit more comfortable to my liking compared to the L7 Ultra. Another thing that I have noticed on the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus's shape is the hump being a little bit more pointed compared to the XM2, where it's a little bit more rounded. I'm not really too sure if you can see it on the camera, but in hand feel, it just feels a little bit more pointed on the hump on the L7 Ultra Plus compared to the XM2, where it's a little bit more rounded in my hand. And just overall, I still prefer the shape on the XM2 compared to the shape on the L7 Plus, but I do think that it's still a really nice and comfortable shape. It's a really good claw grip shape in my opinion, and overall, I still really do like this mouse a lot. Now, should you buy the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus? Now, in my opinion, only buy this mouse if you are looking for a budget Sora clone or a wedge-shaped type of mouse, or if you only want to try the shape overall. I still think that the shape of this mouse is nice and comfortable. It's definitely a really nice claw grip type of mouse. I think that the performance is okay. It's not the best, like I said, but obviously still very much doable and very much usable, since it is a 3950 sensor on the Ultra version. I believe on the other lower versions, it's a different sensor. I think it's the 3395 sensor. I'm not entirely sure. You should go and check it out yourself if you are looking to buy this mouse. I think that the skates on this mouse, like I said, are pretty decent. There is still for improvement in my opinion, but still really decent compared to black PTFE skates. The coating is above average. I still think that it's nice and grippy, but it's definitely not the best, and also has room for improvement in my opinion. And overall, if you can find a good copy compared to mine that doesn't have the slam clicking issue or any issues whatsoever, I do still think that this is a pretty good mouse to pick up on. And yeah, great job from Mchose, and I would definitely recommend trying out this mouse. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my review of the Mchose L7 Ultra Plus. I'll make sure to leave a link down in the description below to where you can get this mouse, as well as the links to my affiliates and discount codes for other brands. Now, if you guys enjoyed this review, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot with the channel and for me to be able to make more videos for you guys. Also, thank you for helping us reach 100 subs. Hopefully we can get a little bit more in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.